And we're off to the races. Ladies and gentlemen, I am beyond excited because not every day I get to meet my hero. As they say, you should never meet your heroes. But this cat, I've been watching him for years, ever since he needed a cinder block and the key to get to the bathroom and a map and I believe a flashlight. The guy is unreal. He must get like fucking mistaken for Momoa on a daily, but he's way more handsome than Momoa and he wears more hats than him. He's a well-rounded cat, and he probably gets Jack Black occasionally, which must be a perk of the gig. I guess today is a hilarious stand-up comedian, guys. Unless you've been living under a fucking rock, this guy is a comedian, actor. You've seen him on shows like Gotham, The Goldbergs, Californication. He's well known for a Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. He's been on a slew. He's got also IMDb under his belt, a lot of films. You know, he's been on Chelsea lately back in the day with my good buddy, God rest his soul, Chewy Bravo, I'm sure, you know? Guys, give it up for the one and only Dustin Ybarra!
Yeah, bro, that got me pumped, dude.
Fuck yeah, right? Everybody gets on like, fucking dude, what do you have? Red Bull all fucking day? Is that all you do?
Dude, I'm like jacked right now, bro. Let's go. Let's do this, man.
Yeah.
I'm all pumped up.
Dude.
Like I did those things. Oh yeah.
Look, check this out, bro. I got all your IG and everything on here. Beyond excited. Almost Famous Radio podcast is a little side project that yours truly does. I do a slew of other things, but I enjoy talking with my wife, and I'm just kidding. My wife gets into it with me and says, "Go fucking do your podcast." I'm like, "All right, babe, all right."
That's great. I got a little garage that I hide to too. You know, so
I love it.
I'm being annoying. I'm gonna go downstairs.
That had a double connotation of it. That's a blow below the belt.
Yeah, man.
Downstairs, huh? I really enjoy your comedy. All funniness aside, funny. They say that comedy is a very serious business, and I want to tell you here publicly, bro. We just met maybe 5 minutes ago. You're hilarious, and I don't know if you don't know
Dude,
this already.
thanks. I appreciate that, dude. That's awesome. I love hearing that.
Unbelievable. The first time my son James says hi, by the way. My son James, he really enjoys your comedy. There's very few comedians. George Lopez, you that I like. Obviously, the old school comedians. Richard Pryor. Freddie Prinze was hysterical Hungarian.
Freddie Prinze, great, dude. Folks. Yeah.
The greats, and I can go down the list. You can freaking sit here for a while and talk about this, but honest to God, very few people can fucking do comedy the way you do, and we wanted to obviously invite you on because to get to see if that was just a persona. That's really you with the nuggets. You're really rich in nuggets, and
I love chicken. I bought some this morning, dude. Yeah, I bought some this morning because I was going crab fishing, and I was like, I wanted to see if like they would like the chicken nuggets, and I tossed some in. I had the bait, but I was also like, man, I'm gonna buy some nuggets. So I went by there and I bought 4 nuggets, which I should have bought more because like 4 nuggets, dude, it's $3.50 for 4 nuggets, which is insane. That's a lot. That's like 75 cents a nug right there. But if you get 20, you get like, oh man, so much cheaper. If you get 50, then you get 100. It just keeps going down and down, bro.
You just keep tossing them to people.
Yeah, right.
That bit you have about the nuggets and the cinder block is what fucking reeled me in, dude. I had never fucking harder than that shit, and I was going through a breakup, I think, at the time. This is many years ago, and I heard that. It's so really the thing where like the people shit together. I mean, I don't want to, obviously this is your comedy, but it's fucking hysterical, dude. Like the family bathroom, and then you think about it in that context.
Dude, thanks, man. I just try to write relatable stuff, Yeah. I'll write what makes me laugh, but like audiences, like they like things that like, oh my God, that happened to me. Or like, I see that, I get that,
Yeah. So the observational comedy is basically your comedy for the most part. And most of the stuff, because you do have a metal detector, right?
Oh,
you
dude, yeah. I got a metal detector. I got googly eyes on him. I call him Diggy Smalls. It's awesome, dude. And I go out there. I go to the rich beaches too, man. I go to like Manhattan. And I'll go to like Hermosa, pretty much anywhere where there's a lot of people on Ozempic, dude. because their
Okay.
rings fall off because they're not used to their skinny fingers yet. You know? So I just go by, just pick it up, bro.
You have a bit about the ring too, right? Like this ring you're gonna get married to.
Oh
Your
yeah,
wife.
and I actually so part of that is fake, but part of it's real. Like I actually
Yeah,
did propose
right.
to my girlfriend. I hid the ring in the sand, and I was
That's
like,
smart,
hey.
dude. That's smart. I love that. I was gonna tell you, you hailed out of the wonderful Lone Star, man, Texas, bro.
Tejas, yeah.
Yeah, and you're half Mexican, half white.
I am, dude. I'm half Mexican,
That's
half white. I'm
beautiful.
born in San Antonio.
Yeah.
What do you like better? You like Tex-Mex or Cali-Mex?
That's smart. Actually, it's a good question. So, believe it or not, I've never been to Texas. My dad's cousins are from Texas originally. They're
Oh,
from Mexico, Durango, but they came down to Texas. So, my dad has cousins in Texas, but I've never been, so I can't really talk. And I am from the Cali tribe,
yeah.
and so I love Cali
You like a
Mexican food is
street
my favorite.
taco.
Yeah,
You like a
yeah.
street taco, man. You like
Yeah,
a
fuck yeah,
corn
like the street
tortilla.
tacos. Now, on that note, are they different because you've obviously
They're
lived in
so
Texas?
different, bro. There's like, okay, so Tex-Mex is like there's a lot more okay, flour tortillas, that's like a staple, you know.
Right.
And then a lot of cheese, a lot of like cheddar cheese
Mhm.
and meaty sauces, you know, like a
Yeah,
chili type sauce. And dude, I friggin' bro, I love Tex-Mex, dude.
yeah.
And you can't find it out here. There's just one place in Temecula that I can find it at, and it's pretty good.
Really?
But and then people are like, okay, here's the thing. I think, dude, all you got to look at is the obesity rate. And I Googled this too. I Googled because I wanted to see, like,
Yeah?
okay, let's see which one's better. San Antonio has like friggin' 75%
Yeah.
obesity rate, dude. Cali, 27%. So I'm just saying,
Really? Those are the
dude.
facts. You're like, I didn't say
Yeah, I
Googled
mean,
it.
Tex-Mex might be a little better.
Um, growing up, what was the dynamic like at home? I mean, you grew up with like a third generation Mexican American family anyway. It wasn't like your dad was from the borderland, right? Like the motherland,
No,
right?
but here's the thing. I have a very complicated kind of upbringing.
Okay.
I didn't know my dad growing up.
Okay.
Um, the guy who I thought was my dad was not my dad. My dad is this other Mexican dude who I kind of just got reacquainted with that side of the family. But I
Okay.
always had the I guess Mexican culture around me because I was born in San Antonio and I was always in South Texas. Then moved to Dallas, and then I moved to Pacoima, which is like, that's that Cali Mex, dude. And that was like, that's a different kind of Mexican. You know what I'm saying?
Got into Pacas? Did you get into Pacas, the gang?
Dude, no, but my friend, the dude I lived with he was a reform
Yeah.
gangbanger. And
I love it, dude. This is a great
dude,
story.
it was wild,
Great
man.
fucking
But
story, dude.
I like, my Mexican roots. It's something that I really, because sometimes I don't feel Mexican enough,
Yeah.
because I talk like this and I look like this. However,
Yeah.
my last name is Ybarra, and
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
very, my dad's Mexican, but I was raised by a white mom. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
And then people are
Yeah.
like, well, you don't sound Mexican. I'm like, well, yeah, I was raised by white. It'd be weird if I was like around this white family being like, hey, ¿qué pasó, mamá? What's going on? How you doing?
What's up?
I just try
Hey.
to be myself, man. Dude, like I said, San Antonio, bro. I grew up around the culture like hardcore. There was like,
Yeah.
it's
A lot
weird,
of
but
lowriders also
there's
in
some
San Antonio.
lowriders, and there was also there's just very like
Sure.
big time Tejano.
Yeah.
So
Texas.
Selena, dude, when I was in school, there have been two moments the teachers stopped class. Three. One
Right.
was O.J. Simpson whenever the verdict was read. Another one, and I was a little kid. And the other one was 9/11. And the other one was when Selena died. And those were like the big deal, man.
Crazy.
Selena was like huge in
That's
South
that's
Texas.
wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Thomas Riccio, the guy that set up OJ to get all his belongings back. He's a friend of mine. I've had him on the show.
Oh,
Thomas
really?
Riccio, yeah, crazy guy, man.
Dang, that's wild, dude.
He was like he has a daughter that was married to Hefner's son.
No
Uh,
way.
yeah,
That's a
playmate.
trip.
She's a playmate. Yeah, crazy rock and roll.
Yeah.
But yeah, this whole thing, like the way they make the whole thing was like they had guns or no, they didn't, and he's hanging out with these grimy criminals.
Yeah, that's
That's
funny,
such a
dude.
this is hysterical.
Do you speak
Speaking of criminals,
Spanish?
I speak fluent Spanish.
Ah, dude, I
I,
want to learn
I,
Spanish. I've been like,
yeah,
so I got Duolingo, and I've been like, what I'll do is like I'll watch TV, but I'll put the Spanish subtitles on, you know. So I'll try to like I can read Spanish pretty good. Saying Spanish, I'm a little bit like, ooh, I don't know. Me
yeah,
llamo Dustin Ybarra. Mi padre es mexicano. And then
it's
I
cool.
kind of just lose it from
Yeah,
there.
and mi mamá
Is
is
it
gabacha.
Blanca?
Mamá es
Wait,
gabacha.
what'd you say?
Gabacha. They call
Gabacha.
it white people gabachos. And
Oh,
and
okay,
as yeah,
Gabacho.
it's
Gabacha.
yeah, it's an endearing name, gabacha.
Okay,
Or
I was always saying,
Blanca. I would go with Blanco better. Blanca, yeah. I would say
okay.
like white. It's just Blanca.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's funny. Yeah, no, I watched Gabriel Iglesias, who you're friends with, right? That he had you
Gabe's
on the stand
great.
up
Yeah, he helped me out so much in
revolution.
my career.
Speak Spanish. That dude learns Spanish polished, and he can speak it pretty darn well. And he's just doing this thing where him and this Mexican comedian. Oh, I guess they interchanged. They like, I'll do this English, you do the Spanish thing, and they
Oh,
did
that's
comedy in
funny.
English, and one of them in Spanish. I thought he did pretty good, and
Comedy
yeah,
is so hard to do it in another language. I can only imagine. Like
well,
that'd be wild.
it's the same recipe, like the comedy. I mean, we'll talk about that a little more, like your style and stuff. But the styles, the recipe, it follows the same thing. I guess
Mm,
in Mexico they learned from the American comedy. It used to be
interesting.
different. Spanish comedy was different. I grew up watching Cantinflas. The guy with the pants hanging in the bottom.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So he's phenomenal. He did movies here in America also. A lot of
They
people
just
don't
had
know
a
that.
documentary about him on HBO.
I didn't watch it. I'm gonna watch it. See, you're more Mexican than I am.
HBO Max, baby.
Uh, so yeah, Cantinflas. I mean, that's the epitome of comedy in Mexico. It's next level
Mm.
because when he spoke, he basically turned your words around. Like you would say, "Oh, is it clear?" And it would just be like, "Oh yeah, clear as dirty water," And it kind of that level of
Yeah.
comedy. So that's kind of what he did, and people were just kind of like, "Wait a minute, you gotta get this guy on." It's all convoluted. But
Yeah.
and so the newer comedians, they picked up on the stand-up comedy as it were in America, like your comedy and
Oh, that's
yeah,
interesting, man.
the boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, and then the punchline, the premise, and then the punchline. They started doing that. They didn't do that before. Anyway, yeah. So I wanted to, basically, what are your teenage years like? Your formative years. I want to know everything about you. My whole show is to inspire people, man. Other people to want to do comedy, perhaps down the road and step into on the boards, as it were.
Well, I had a crazy little upbringing, you know. I had a couple of stepdads. My mom, we moved around a lot, you know. We moved around a lot, and she was kind of dealing with her own thing. Alcoholism kind of runs in my family, you know,
Okay.
and it was kind of there was some chaos growing up, you know. And when
Okay.
I found comedy, it was just like this whole world opened up, and I was like, oh my God, I want to do this, you know. I kind of felt like I had control over some things, you know. And
Right.
you know, I pretty much just started doing these open mics in Dallas, and I moved to New York about 4 years in, and I did this showcase. I got an agent, manager, and I just ended up staying in New York. And the rest was kind of got me on my path, you know.
Sure. Wow. And so when you started doing comedy, who were like, it begs the question, who were, the first people you look up to? What comedians were
Dude,
that
Pablo
first
Francisco
time?
was a huge anyone with a
Mm.
you remember those Comedy Central Comedy Presents specials?
Shit, yeah.
Comedy Central Presents. Those were amazing, dude. Tough
That's the
Crowd, Colin Quinn. I love those, dude.
that's the one where the guy goes, "Oh yeah, we're gonna do a party bus or something in, in Arizona." Is that the guy?
It was
I
like
think
it
or
was
that's
like
Raymundo.
no, I know what you're saying. That was a different show, but this was just those 30-minute specials on Comedy Central.
Okay.
And
Oh, Comedy
I
Central.
love the
Gotcha.
Greg Giraldo's, Dave Attell, Pablo
My
Francisco,
favorite,
Gabe,
dude.
Gabriel Iglesias, and you know, I really just watched all those guys and just tried to be like them, you know, and over
Better.
time I kind of like found my own voice with it. And you know, comedy for me, it's always been an ongoing process. You know, it's never over, you know, until you
Ooh.
die, like or until you quit, you know, you just keep writing jokes and just trying to improve and get better and better.
On your marker, it's gonna be like, you never stop laughing. You never stop.
Yeah.
Even beyond the grave.
Oh God, I don't want that pressure when I die, having to make people laugh. Still, that would suck.
Dude, Greg Giraldo was one of my favorites, dude.
Oh,
That
he's so
big,
funny, right?
the three, there was the, it's like the three, uh, was it homeless guys or something? We meet on the crackheads, right? They meet on the fucking train or some shit. Oh,
That's-
you too, me too, me too. Me too. Oh god,
it
dude,
sounds like a
dying,
Greg
bro.
Giraldo.
Hysterical. And he do all the roasts. You're right, he did
Yeah,
back
he
in.
would do all those roasts, and yeah, those were my big comedy influences. And I mean, from the comedy acting side would be like
Mhm.
you know, the Chris Farleys and the
Beautiful.
David Spades, that whole Saturday Night Live team, the Adam Sandler's. I remember I bought that Adam Sandler CD where
Yeah.
he did like the goat song and the Hanukkah song and all these things, and I
Oh
was like, oh
yeah.
my God, this is so funny. And I kind of saw how in my family, you know, comedy kind of laughter always made things better. And I'm always just, I like peace, you know, and
Yeah.
comedy seems to bring a lot of peace, you know.
Yeah. I'm hearing you're out, and it sounds like a lot of parallels with the way we grew up in my neighborhood. I grew up in East LA, and it was wild. It's like everything and that much more, as people say. And it's just like you had all the griminess, you had the drugs on the one side, and then you had um our family who was trying to survive. And you know, there's a couple years we were on welfare and food stamps and
Oh, we
the
were on welfare a lot and food
all that
stamps.
shame that comes with it. But we
Yeah.
shouldn't be ashamed. Let me tell you, OBD, old dirty bastard,
Yeah.
was filming it right for MTV.
Yeah, right. Didn't he get in trouble? Like he went and like bought a bunch of things with food stamps. I remember that. It was for the
Fucking
babies.
great. Hey, I hear that Trump might pardon um Diddy.
I
You
heard
know,
about that. That's
yeah.
pretty wild, huh?
What do you think about that? Like on a serious level, you think? I mean, not to we don't know exactly, but it sounds like this dude's getting away with murder, man.
I know. A lot of Mexicans like Trump, and I think it's because he looks like a flaming hot Cheeto, and they're kind of confused. You know, like I like him, but I don't.
I think he looks like a flea. That's a good
He
one.
does, man. He kind of
Oh,
looks like a
yeah, dude.
Taki.
Kentucky.
He's got Taki skin.
Yeah, that would be wild. I mean, you know, fuck it. You know, I mean, he let George Santos. Now, George Santos has a like a very bizarre sort of trajectory, huh? He kind of
I
light his way up, right?
yeah, he's a pretty
Like a
wild
freaking
guy from
con
what I
artist, dude.
understand. Yeah, he's a partier, and yeah, he just got pardoned, right?
Yeah,
I think it's you know, there's so much of that world, the political world, that doesn't make sense to me, you know. And I
yeah.
try to look at it sometimes. I'm like, I'm never gonna figure this shit out. It's like some people are being pardoned for this, some people are being pardoned for lesser, some people are being pardoned for worse, or not being
Yeah,
pardoned. You know, it's like a lot. It's weird, man.
yeah. So it's
Trump is
better to
just
be
doing his
different.
thing. He doesn't give a fuck, dude. He's just out there. Like, yeah, fuck, I pardoned him. So what? It's like, all right,
Yeah.
chill.
Like
You know?
who else gets to bang different girls? It's like a Howard Stern story, dude. Like one of
It
his
is a
bits.
Howard Stern story,
Yeah,
man. Trump, he'll just say whatever, man. He'll be,
doesn't give a
dude.
shit, man. And then now he's president of the United States, so it's like screw it. Let's pardon Diddy while we're at it. I think
Yeah,
he's got
that's so wild, man.
I think he's got baby oil in that White House for sure, bro.
Oh, there's definitely some baby oil in there,
Fucking
man.
boxes and boxes of that shit. He may have had something to do with it for all we know. We don't know. I mean, to go
Dude,
as
I
far
don't know, man. I guess all those. It seems like all the elites are pretty connected. You know,
it's a web, dude.
it
It's
is.
bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have tried to get in that web. You know, I'd be much more successful. You know,
I
I
see some
should.
baby oil back there. No, I just kidding.
Yeah, I should have just showed up with baby boy. Like, hey, I brought these. You guys want to do something with them? Like, went to
Um,
Costco.
so you found your own voice, you said, in comedy. I'm interested to know, like, how did you formulate your own style, as it were, of comedy, bro?
Well, I'm when it comes to comedy, I try to be. It always for me comes down to the setups and the punchlines, and
Okay.
just trying to get to the punchline, just making people laugh, And I'll watch other comedians, other comics that are really successful, and try to like just study, man. I'm always studying, just like
Emulator.
looking at this person's special, like, oh, that's funny, maybe I should try something like that. Like, not necessarily the joke they're doing, but like, that's
Right.
interesting how they set up that joke, or how
Yeah.
these
Get
things
it.
connect, or like how they're taking some chances over here. Like, I feel like I can always keep learning in life.
How lonely is it on the road, Dustin? Be frank with us. Uh,
It gets pretty lonely, but I'll bring my fiance with me a lot of the times, if
Good.
I can, and that makes it a lot better. And so, like, the road is one of those things. Like, a comedy for me, it kind of like it was very it was very stressful for a long time, and I started drinking, and then that became a problem, and then I stopped drinking, luckily, and that's great now, because wherever I go into these cities, like, I'm a big I go to like 12-step meetings and stuff for the the old
Mhm.
booze, and so I can go to them whenever I'm like hanging out on the road and just find support there. Because yeah, it's tough whenever you're alone in a hotel and you got to perform, and you have this job where you basically you want to do good, and you're always like looking for this approval. Laugh is approval, and you're just trying. And then there's all
Yeah.
these other things now, like ticket sales. It's like, oh, I got to sell some tickets. What am I doing? And your head can. Comedy is an environment where your head can really spin really fast, dude. And so I try to, over the past I've been sober for like 3 years, and it's one of those things where I just have to, thanks, man, it's one of those things where I just
Thank
gotta
you, bro.
take those timeouts, and just kind of not obsess over things, not obsess over
Yeah.
myself. And the way that I do that is, I try to help people out. I'll do like, I like doing service work. On Wednesdays, I'll go answer phones for this little alcohol thing, where
Yeah.
people will call and they're going through it. And it's
That's
just
cool,
pretty
man.
much just things that get me out of my head, because I'm not one of those dudes on antidepressants or anything, and I'm like completely. I don't do anything now. Whereas before, I was like, it was like a decade of just like numbing every emotion that you had, every like fear you
Yeah.
had. You could just pour some booze on it or some drugs on it. And now it's kind of like you just walk through it and you got to feel things, and that's okay. Like,
Yeah.
I'm very cool with feeling emotions now. Like,
Love you,
some
bro.
people are like, a lot of people, no one really wants to be sad, and that's just part of life, though. Is like, you can't be
Yeah.
happy all the time. If you're happy, what they call it when you're happy all the time? Down syndrome. Those people are happy all the time. I don't. I mean, that would be cool, but I don't really. I'm cool with feeling these emotions.
I gotta be careful with you tread lightly.
Well,
The
I'm
element
just.
of surprise. The element of surprise is always there. Uh, you don't even have to try, and your material just comes to you. I'm wondering,
uh,
like, when you're like you approach your new writing, like new material and stuff. Do you have like a notepad at night? They say that keep a notepad at night in the olden days. Is that what you do? Shit just comes to you, and oh fuck, that's golden. Let me record it. Do you record it right away or?
Yeah, I'll put it in my phone as a document. Yeah, I got a Google Doc with just all my jokes on it, and just anything
Yeah,
that happens that week, put it down. And then I got a section of new bits I'm working on. Then I got my old stuff. It's like, okay, this works. I just
cool,
got to
man.
keep on just writing.
Let me ask you this: Do you work on your material on smaller clubs, like little smaller clubs when you
Yeah.
want to work on new
hmm
material? Is that how it works? Is that just standard?
Yeah, I'll go to
Yeah.
or it's like anywhere that I feel like, any place that I'm really in, where it's like, I know I'm not gonna get fired here. Like, if I go to Laugh Factory, it's like, all right, they're not gonna fire. I've proved to them that I'm funny, so I can try some shit out. I still want to have a good show, but I'm not freaking out about like if a joke doesn't do good, because I'm
Yeah.
working at making the overall set better.
I love it. So it's an ever evolving progression, right? As it were,
It,
like you
bro, yeah, for me, it's just
that
like
craft, hone it. Yeah, go ahead.
yep, keep on going, and just yeah, now there's this new. I've been messing around with crowd work lately. I was never a crowd work dude, but I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, I see a lot of people doing it. Let's try this out, you know. So I've been doing some of that lately.
How's that working for you? It's fun.
It's fine. I'm kind of slow, you know. I don't know if it was just like my brain is burnt or something, but I'm just not. I'm not as quick as I'd like to be sometimes. But it's like
Yeah.
I'll usually we'll have some fun moments. Like we'll have some. Ever since I got to the mode where I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let my guard down and step away from
Yeah.
the set, play it a little more loose. It's kind of fun, you know?
Yeah.
And you just kind of
Absolutely.
know when to like when there's nothing there and there is something there. For me, I'll mess around with the crowd work. There's something
Yeah.
there. There's something there. If there's not, all right, back to the set, you know.
That's crazy, bro. Like I find that I think just looking from the outside in, I don't know much about. I know just a little about comedy, not enough. But I think when I look from the outside in, you got that stoner kind of thing. It's all you, man. That's just what sells for you. They're like, it's so freaking awesome when
I guess so.
you
And it's
come
so
up and
funny
then
because
you
I don't even
say
smoke
something.
weed or anything. I don't do
Yeah,
anything. And I'm
I
just
I
like,
thought you did. You had me fooled. I go like, everyone smokes weed. You're in LA. You're in the valley.
I
Like
know.
every
Oh, I
in
did. I got my
California.
hits in. I definitely got my lungs filled.
You're like, I got
But
a log. You don't
yeah,
even
but I
smoke
mean,
weed.
I'm
That's
still,
good.
I try to be authentic and just try to be real, you know,
Yeah,
and I try to be as real as possible.
yeah,
And, someone once told me, have fun, be yourself and give 100%. And that's something that I really
yeah.
take with
I
me
came out
all
of
the
that
time.
true to form, bro. That's what you are.
Mhm.
I think that's what you are because I'm starting to see that there are no guises, no masquerades. This is you. You
Yeah,
like basically the person to go up there.
I'm good at playing Dustin, you know?
Yeah. You don't do two. There's no persona. It's had some folks that go on stage and they do different things, and then off stage is just quiet or like it's just completely different.
Yeah, and
Cadence,
well, I
their
mean,
cadence is
sometimes I do get quiet, bro. Like I'm like, I still like sometimes I'll be like hanging out with a group of people and I don't know what to say. And I'll
different.
be like, oh, you haven't said anything in a bit. You better say something. And I'll be like, ah, yeah. And then this, okay, tell a story, you know, just try to work like everyone through the social constructs of life, you
Yeah,
know, the
right.
social
Basically.
situations.
Um, do you do you remember the first time you flopped, bombed on stage? Do you still remember that? Or that's a long
Hasn't
time.
happened yet. No,
You never did.
I'm just kidding, dude. I flopped a lot. Yeah. Especially in the beginning, you know, you just,
Yeah.
yeah. Like
You've been doing
I
it
feel
since you
like
were
now I don't
16,
really
right?
bomb, but I'll definitely have moments where I'm like, I could have done better, you know.
Yeah.
That could have went a lot better.
Now let's talk about the political spectrum. And thankfully the whole cancellation or cancel or Me Too, all
Mhm.
these movements sort of canceled themselves out as it were, so to speak. Do you find that how close you get to the fire without getting burned? How close you get to things that you can touch on that um, it used to be that you could, but now a lot of people have kind of felt as though it might be a touchy subject. I'll stay away
Um,
from that. Or do
I
you
see.
report anything?
I get what you're saying. I've never really had that problem because I've never, just me as a person, I've never
Mhm.
really, I'm not a, I don't really have strong controversial opinions on anything.
Got it.
I'm
Mhm.
very much a live and let live type dude.
Yeah,
And I talk about McDonald's apps and like
yeah,
chicken nuggets and like, so for me, that was never a problem. Sometimes I got some dirty jokes that I do, but I'm also like not doing them to get the for edginess. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
Like
Gotcha.
I'm not trying to go up there and say something fucked up, which a lot of comics are, and some of them are great at it. And that's the thing. I'm very
Mhm.
like, yeah, that's what you want to do. Do your thing. That's just kind of like I just kind of just try to write jokes and be funny, and I don't
Yeah,
really
I
wanna, I don't care about making people feel uncomfortable. Like it's
love it.
never. And I think about like there's people in my life too. I don't just surround myself with comedians. So I'm like, oh, I
Mhm.
would hate. I'm not gonna mess with some lady in the front row about something because it's like, oh, that could be my mom or my. I know
Right,
how
right, right,
certain
right.
people like freak out in big comedy situ like if you're at a comedy show and someone just starts fucking with you, like that kind of sucks, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
it does.
like, cause this is just a normal person going out for like a Friday night fun time, and all of a sudden they get caught up and they're getting messed. And then it's like, I just know some people, because I have people close to me that really freak out
Yeah,
about those
good.
situations. And so I have empathy towards that.
Empathy, yeah.
You know, like I'll like mess with people, but I won't take it to a level where it's like
Right.
I'm
There's
not gonna
you.
shit on someone too bad, you know. We're just having fun
So
here, you
at
know.
the end of the day, it sounds like you are empathetic. You find that there's a time to be funny, and then the funny can, if it gets cringy, you don't want to go there. What for? There's no need for it. So it shows the kind of person you truly
Yeah, well,
are.
and that's just
Right.
me too, you know.
Yeah.
That's just
Right.
me. And what's great about comedy is it's like a spice rack, you know. There's a bunch of different spices, you know. And
Hmm.
I've never been that dude, you know. Maybe I'll get a wild hair up my ass and feel like, oh, okay, I'm gonna say some fucked up shit now. But for the most part,
Yeah.
I'm pretty just try to
You try
make
to
people
stay on
laugh.
the safe side.
Every
Just make so
Yeah.
a lot of your stuff you're saying, because traditionally, there are those comedians that will say stuff that's outlandish or stuff that didn't really happen. You would just say the majority of things that have that you have talked about have really happened, or you kind of stretched out the truth just a little bit.
Oh, I've definitely stretched out the truth. Yeah.
Mhm.
If it's like I have definitely done that. I mean,
But
take
that's your
example.
it's your happenings, right? These are
Yeah, it's
things
my
that are taking place.
experience and
Your experience.
everything, but
Okay.
then I'll be like, "Oh, this would be funny for a show if I said this, if this happened," you know? I'm not Here's the thing, someone once told me, like, no one's ever left a show and been like, "Oh, man, that guy bombed, so that comic sucked, but, oh, the integrity," you know? Like, that's never happened. It's just like you go up and it's like, try to make people laugh.
Right. At the end of the day, it's about that, and causing laughter is everything. It's kind of it's like a medicine, to the soul, and you want that to happen. And yeah, by stretching out a little bit, the element of surprise and that sort of thing that happens when you expect it to go in a linear form, and then it takes quite a sharp turn.
Yeah.
That's what brings out the laughter. You didn't expect it, right?
Mhm.
Um, Let me ask you this with regards to your hobbies. Can we find Dustin Ybarra always looking for stuff with your metal
I got a lot of
detector at the
hobbies, bro.
beach?
I'll be metal detecting. I metal detect every time when I'm in town, dude. I metal
Yeah,
detect like every day. I do it on my TikTok, just Dustin Ybarra. You
I'm gonna
can look
check
it
it
up
out.
on there. And then I also, I catch crabs. I just bought a crab net, so I've been doing something with another comic. We're doing like a podcast crab net thing,
That's so cool.
and yeah, I'll get into hobbies, bro. But really, what I like to do is I like hanging out with my fiance,
You good?
watching TV, and eating something, and just having like a bowl of ice cream, watching a good show.
Love
Um,
that. What are your favorite shows? What's your favorite genre of shows?
I like some sci-fi stuff. I like some sci-fi, and I like some. I like. I really will watch
Crime
anything,
TV?
man.
Tell the
Huh?
truth. You like crime TV. You like watching crime TV, unsolved murders and stuff like that?
Not. I mean, sometimes, but not really. I'll
Yeah.
watch them some, but it's not really my thing because it kind of makes you just like a little bummed out. Like sometimes Netflix will put out a
Yeah.
badass one. You're like, all right, I gotta see,
Ooh,
see why
there's
this
one.
person got killed. You know,
The Perfect Neighbor, dude. That's a fucking crazy one.
I gotta
Holy
watch that
fuck,
one.
dude.
Yeah,
Dude, it's insane. I got, you know what? FYI, dude, and I'm giving you like freaking
check it
honest to
out,
God, give you fair warning. It's caveat is it's gonna be crazy ending, dude. That you
dude. I
might be
gotta check that.
going. Yeah,
I'll see.
it's
I'll
kind of
check
like
that out now. I
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
watch.
but you gotta watch that one. You do have to watch it. It's like I mean, not so much as us per se, but the folks that are watching this would truly learn about ways to perhaps how things could have been avoided, like as a serve as a
Oh,
cautionary
okay.
tale, as a cautionary tale, as it were. You're also an actor, so you wear like other hats, dude. Congratulations, you've done so many cool things, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah,
Um,
I love acting. It's something
yeah,
I adore acting, man. It's one
it's
of my
awesome,
favorite things
man.
to do. And it's fun. It's playing pretend, you know?
You've been what's this whole King of Van Nuys, bro? Dude.
Oh, that was a pilot that never got picked
Okay.
up, but it's smoking pilot, dude, but it just never went. It was
Yeah.
with me and John Leguizamo, and
Oh, very cool.
it
Another
was
Latino.
cool, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the mouthpiece for Latinos right now, dude.
Dude,
Gotta
John is
have him.
awesome, man.
Yeah.
Because he's helped me out a lot too. He tried to get me like a gig on the Daily Show for a while and was like,
What?
he's a cool dude, man. Just really
Yeah.
nice guy.
You were on the Tonight, was it Tonight Show or with
Tonight
the
Show, yeah, that
Fallon?
was fun.
Yeah. How was that? What was that like? I mean, I'm not saying like I know you've had so many successes and this is just another milestone, but do you treat it as such or are you still somewhat like giddy about it?
No, it was a great thing. Like I love doing it, and I would do it again. It was one of those things that it's like, wow, this is the Tonight Show. This is crazy, you know?
It's insane, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool. I saw it by the way. That segment was rad.
Thanks,
You
man.
you obviously you could stand you here all night long, dude. You Ted 2, the Goldbergs. What a great cast that is,
Goldbergs,
man.
that was
And
fun. Yeah.
the
And
show is
currently
fun, man.
working on a TV show Ghost, man.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, yeah. So
Right.
that's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I can hardly wait. You obviously you've written or signed an NDA. Can only talk so much about it, but is this about Ghost as quite literally as it
Oh, well, the
were?
show's been on. They just added me on this last
Oh,
season and
okay,
they got me
okay,
more on
okay.
this season. So
All
yeah, it's
right,
on
cool.
CBS. It's a
All
great show.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna check that out.
Check it
We
out,
got about
bro.
four, huh?
Check it out, bro.
We're definitely gonna check it out. I got about 4 more minutes for you. I want to ask you if you could bring back any legendary comic from the dead, dude. Who would it be so you could share the stage with?
Oh, that's a tough one, dude. Um maybe like Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Like I really liked his mind and he kind of went out. I always or actually I don't know, man, maybe Freddie Prinze, dude. That's a
Yeah, I
tough one.
like
There's
that.
so
He's
many
very
great ones
nice.
that are gone that got taken out way too soon for things that and me being like in that world of recovery and addiction myself, I see that and it's so sad because I get it, you know?
Yeah.
It's like you
Yeah.
can see like, oh man, you're going through this and is
Right.
this thing. I get it, how hard it was probably, man. But
Yeah.
yeah, it would have been
Along with their own demons, man. Many a
yeah, you
times.
know, and but luckily we live in a time where there's a lot of help out there, you know.
Thank
So
God. Praise God
I
for
just
that.
don't
And
know,
Robin
you know.
Williams, bro. Robin
Dude,
Williams.
Robin Williams, yeah. Yep, that probably would have been it, you know. There's just a lot
Right.
of I want to bring them all back to life, bro. That's a tough one.
You want to
Yeah.
have him like a Mount Rushmore on stage with
Yeah,
you.
exactly,
But
man.
yeah,
And then I'd
Chris
be like,
Farley.
"Oh, what am I doing here?" You know what I'm saying? Like, be like, "What am I
Just
doing
be
here?"
a fly on the wall, dude, to be in those
Exactly.
places, man, like that you perform at. I'm sure those ghosts that go in there, like in and out.
Yeah.
Like they say there's a ghost in one of the comedy store in one of those places, apparently, is
Yeah,
a
it's
ghost.
probably an open micer though.
Yeah.
Like some bitter open micer that
He
couldn't
didn't
get
get
it.
his 3 minutes or what? The red light was
Yeah, it's like, oh god, this guy again. Get him out. Move on. Go to the white lights. It's like, give him the light, the white one.
Dustin, if you could sit down with your younger 16-year-old self when you started doing stand-up but way back in Texas, what would you say to him in the journey, about what's gonna lie ahead?
Don't freak out, man. Don't freak out. Probably would have told him the probably drinking not a good idea.
Yeah,
Watch out for your addictive personality and yeah, just be good to yourself, man. Everything will work out the way it's supposed to work out. God's got it.
fantastic.
I don't mean to get all get all
Well, that's fine.
spiritual. You're
Yeah,
like,
I'm
God's got it,
religion.
bro.
I'm very spiritual.
Yeah.
Yeah, God's helped me a lot. He's had my back. And are you? How are you about good about uh connecting with your fans, that sort of thing. People like walk up to you on the street and
Yeah,
go,
I
"Hey,
love it.
what's up?
It's the
Hey, Jason
best,
Momoa,
dude.
can I take a picture with you?"
Yeah, bro, make fun of me on the street, do whatever. I don't care. It's fun. Just happy you like me. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel, very quickly, the first time somebody went up to you? Remember that still? Hey, man, I remember you, dude. I saw you, at some place about 2 years ago, and maybe you did something on TV, and for the first time you saw yourself on
Yeah,
TV.
I mean, it's a great feeling. I don't remember the very first one, but it's always a
Right,
good feeling, like, oh man, because everyone's dealing with everyone's got their own life going on. So for them to
right,
take the
right.
time to acknowledge, like, oh, your life, it's like, oh, thanks, man. That's
Yeah.
cool.
So you don't sit around and then ruminate and say, "I'm fucking famous," You walk out and, "Hey, I'm so and so."
No, nope.
That's cool, man. How do you stay grounded, bro? Honestly, you hang out with normal people.
Yeah, hang out with a lot of just normal, regular people. I just I don't know. It's pretty easy now. In my younger days, it was a little tougher to stay grounded because you have all these cool things happen. You're like, I'm the shit. I'm this.
Yeah,
It's kind of like, well, everyone's doing their own thing. And
yeah,
I don't know, just a lot of gratitude. Like, I can't believe I get to do this. This is
yeah.
cool.
You get
There's a
paid
lot
for
of luck
it.
in this business too, and I've been
Yeah,
very lucky.
you have, bro. That presence of yours, bro. It's honest to God, man. You got that $1 million face, dude. For real, it
Thanks, dude. I
it
appreciate
pays the bills. You're
it.
very talented, bro. In more than ways than one. I'm not gonna keep you super well rounded in everything you do. You're an inspiration to many. I really am like beyond blessed to have had you on the show.
Bro, thanks for
Um,
having me, dude. This is
Dude,
great.
it was quite a blast, bro. Honest to God, and we hope to see you. And when is the? Well, they have to look you up, right, on Dustin Ybarra if they want to
Dustin
see
Ybarra,
your
just my name. Yeah.
across the board, and then
Across
they'll
the
see your
board.
upcoming shows.
Yeah.
Dustin, it's a pleasure. I'll have it up very shortly. And yeah, so are you staying in Cali for good?
I'm
You,
here, bro. Yeah, I'm staying in Cali. I love it here.
it,
The best.
yeah, maybe I'll catch you at the next show. Bring my son as a surprise. That would be kind of cool.
That'd be awesome. Just let me know, man. We're in touch
All
now.
right.
We're buddies, so hit me up whenever.
Keep on rocking in the free world, brother. Have a
Yeah,
blessed
bro.
rest of your night. Enjoy your family.
Thanks,
Thank you.
man. Thanks for having me, dude.
That's my show, Almost Famous Radio podcast with yours truly, Jim Francis Mesa. Thank you again. The one and only Dustin Ybarra. Sound like Fluffy that time. All right, dude. Peace. Take care.
Peace.
Good night. Till next time.